Cool. All right, what's up, guys? Dean Prone here, back with the old Fast Five here with Dean. I have none other than Juan Morel, multiple-time Olympia competitor, seven-time IFBB champ, right?
Seven-time IFBB champ.
Yep. And then two-time New York Pro or three-time? Two-time New York Pro champ. So first and foremost, thank you so much. Obviously, we were just talking off camera here how busy you guys are. So thank you for taking the time to jump on here with me. Greatly appreciate that as always, man.
You man, I love you, man.
Got your shirt on as well.
I had that on earlier when I worked out. Then I went to Apollo because I had a couple of meetings. I had to look a little somewhat presentable.
Yeah. All good, man. Cool. So anybody joining this or watching this for the first time, what I'm doing is just taking a bunch of questions from my Instagram page, bringing people on here like Juan, other IFBB pros, and I'm taking 5 questions that I pick for the people that come on. So obviously that's the whole gist of the Fast Five. So I know you're busy, so I'm going to jump right into it, man. That way I don't keep you too long. First question is, you and your family, this is from John Wilson. He says, you and your family are just killing it lately, obviously with the cookie business and bodybuilding. He said, it's kind of like a 2-part. He said, what is it like for you to watch Karen just absolutely killing it with this, that she started? Obviously, you guys are both doing it and co-owners and all that. But I mean, for you to watch her take off with this business, what is it like with that? And then also his second part was just like, do you feel that it also pushes you to just go that much harder with everything you're doing?
So to answer the question in one, I mean, in two, but like it's amazing just to watch, and just the drive, the hard work that she puts in. I mean, she's a very strong, powerful woman. I mean, she is like the strongest woman I know, and I know quite a few because I have my mom is amazing, but like she is so strong. Like this woman, even that when she gave birth to Isabella, doctor, she got a C-section, and she had got her appendix exploded like when it's just a whole big thing. So she had to get her appendix removed while she got 2 surgeries when we had Isabella. So and she was supposed to be in the hospital for a week, and she was out like in 2 days. She's like, I'm out. Sign me out. She was supposed to be off her feet. She was doing laundry. She was doing this and doing that. She did not like. I was like, hey, can I help you? She's like, nope, I got this. Yeah. She is strong. Like, she's amazing. Like we push and motivate each other. I believed in her and believed in what we can do from the very beginning. Like, it was like, it was my idea to do this when we were getting a ton of DMs and stuff like that. I was like, hey, let's do this. She was like, nobody really wants to buy the cookies. I was like, yes, they do. Like, I'm getting 300-400 DMs. And then once we started it, like just her drive, if it was anybody else, they wouldn't be able to do this because like the late hours, the work, just everything like goes into it. People just see the cookie, like, hey, I eat the cookie, but they don't see the hard work that she puts into this. It's truly like none other. Like nobody else would do that. Like I'm telling you, like it's crazy. Like she would stay there 3-4 o'clock in the morning, even 5, go home, sleep 2 to 3 hours, and back at it, wake up, and I'm like, what are you doing? And it's like she's amazing. I just, so it's motivating.
Yeah. No, I know, just from me knowing you guys, I know how hard she goes. It's insane. I mean, I remember almost a year ago when you were on your stories and you had a picture of her getting a massage with your guy that comes to the house, and she was on her laptop. And I remember sending you a DM. I'm like, dude, tell her to take a break for a second. You like, she won't.
Yeah, she won't. And that's like, and that's just the same thing. Like she, that's crazy. That picture says that when we posted that, so much was going on that day when she was getting that massage. It was crazy. But she definitely does push me to be even. I've always been a hard worker. When I trained anybody in bodybuilding, like although they would tell you I've always been one of the hardest worker in the gym. Training twice a day. Like I just overdid everything, and it's like she motivates me to even push harder now and when we're doing this, so it's like she's very inspirational.
Yeah, so. It shows with the success you guys are having too. So that's awesome. Cool, man. And you brought up training twice a day. That's actually part of the next question. This is from Nicholas DiPietro. He said, what was Juan's approach to training twice a day like he did in the past? Is that something he may incorporate again if he does future competitions? And he just said, it seems like that was one of your best looks that you ever had doing that type of training.
Yeah, I've tried the once a day training. It doesn't work for me. If you talk to the guys in the 90s, then that era, they all train twice a day. That's all, you know, I believe in that style. And if I compete, when I compete again, I will train twice a day. That's why I have to make sure my schedule allows me to do that before I get back on stage, because I don't have the time for it now. And I did a lot of volume. So I did twice a day, and I was in the gym. You know, I did like, 2-hour session of training in the first workout. And then the second workout was an hour. So it's like, there was a lot of volume that went into that. So it's like, yeah, when I get back on stage, it will be that kind of training. I won't do anything less. If I'm training once a day, I'm not going to do it because that's not my style. It doesn't work for me. Yes, my love?
Can I have Coke, please?
Sure. You can keep going. I'm just going to grab that Coke.
Oh, you're good. I just had a question too, Juan. When you train twice a day like that, so how many times are you hitting body parts per week? Twice a week as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, twice a week.
Yep.
Okay.
Everything gets broken down to twice a week. I did Mondays. I would normally do, depends. I have done 2 splits. So Monday I would do quads and hamstrings in the PM. Then Tuesday back in the AM and shoulders in the PM. Wednesday chest and arms, and then I will repeat.
Yeah, and you've always done body parts or muscle groups, right? You've never really done like the push pull legs type stuff, or did you?
No,
you know, like
the same split that I just told you was just like that. The only thing that would change was that I will probably either switch Monday with chest and arms, and Wednesday being legs. But
okay.
Tuesday always was back and shoulders. So that was pretty much my split right there.
Okay, good deal. Cool. From Drew Kaminsky, he said, what was your favorite part about bodybuilding? You know, is it the training, the posing, the getting on stage, the final outcome? I guess what is pretty much your favorite part about it?
Oh man, that's a hard question. I mean, I loved so much of it. I love so much of it. I love training. I would visualize every workout. I love getting on stage. I even love the prep. I like eating my diet. I love eating the foods that I eat. I love the cheat days. I mean, it's hard. Do I have a favorite part? I mean, I was like, when I get ready for a show and I give it 100%, I'm all in, and I love every part of it. It's not the only part that I don't like is that when you're going that serious, I'm not 100% hanging out with the family as much, like being 100% myself, because I'm so like spending 5 hours in the gym. So it's like, that's the part I hate the most. But the one I love the most, man, I love it all. So I mean, I'm gonna go with saying that. It's hard to say one specific thing. I just love it all. I love being on stage. I love training.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I just knowing you like I do too, I know you have to love just the camaraderie, because I know you're obviously buddies with a lot of the other IFBB pros and you talk to a lot of them. So I'm sure getting up there and doing all that stuff with those guys all the time, because I know you kind of chum it up with all those dudes up there on stage. I love them all,
man. I don't have one. I don't think I have one guy in the industry that I don't like. Yeah. We all get along. We all got a lot of love for each other. I mean, any chance I have communicating, I would. I mean, obviously there's a few others that were a lot closer, but I mean, I get along with everybody. They got a lot of love for them. They got a lot of love for me. Yeah,
good deal. Next question from Tomo here. He's a guy who owns actually one of the TRT clinic I go to. He said, did you ever imagine MyCookieDealer would take off as much as it has? And then how has the business changed your life and perspective?
Did I ever imagine? Yes, I did. It's crazy. Like I said, before we even started the business, and you met the Brolic Baker. I don't know if you met him. I never met him in person, but I know, he's the bakery we baked out of before we got ours. Before we started anything, Karen, when first time she baked, it was from there. And when me and him spoke, he's a very, very close friend of mine. I told him, how I believe how big it would be, because me and Karen always talked about starting a company together. And supplements was something that we wanted to do. I always loved food, so we knew it was going to be something with that. And it's like we always know, like when you put hard work into something, it's gonna show. And one thing is, we put a lot of love we work hard. We put a lot of love. I mean, like I'm telling you, like I hope one day you can come down here and just hang out with us and you can see like you know, like we love our staff. We treat our staff with a lot of love and respect. Everybody loves being there.
Yeah.
The amount of work that goes into doing the cookies, perfection, and everything is, you know, so you know, I just, you know, I knew from the beginning, and it's cool. But like I said, we work really hard, you know. And Karen, you know, it's like me and her are like yin and yang. Like, you know, we definitely like, you know, we're in the same mind. You know, like we just, you know, we knew. You know, I just had like this great, like I just had this feeling because I knew from when we always spoke in the past. I'm sorry if I'm rambling.
You're good.
When we spoke in the past, we always just talked about doing something, and we just had like, we felt like we were going to be successful. I think, you know, I just felt it from the hard work that we, you know, that we would do from the day-to-day basis.
Do you think, I mean, obviously without answering, I guess for her, but I mean, do you think she had the same vision, or do you think she knew it would be as big as it is as well from the start, or no? Or do you think you thought it would be bigger than she maybe thought it would be?
I probably thought, yeah. But I'm always like, I you know, that's just how I am. I'm always like, you know, like, I don't know. I just always think a certain way. So, you know. Yeah.
I remember too, like, obviously I've been, you know, eating the cookies since you guys started as well. And I remember DMing her one time, not too long ago, but I said, I remember when she started and she was dropping like 300 cookies at a time. And her response to me was, she's just like you said at the beginning of this call, she was, I didn't think, I was worried I wasn't going to sell all 300. You know, now you guys are selling like thousands and thousands.
No, and that's, even to this day, it's like, you know, so we're out, you know, we're doing things now, like we're now like making a lot more cookies and trying new things, and we're still selling out, you know, to like, it's just crazy. Like now we're trying, I don't know how long we could keep this up, because then the more people the more longer we do that, then more people still want to, but we've been trying to bake even more so we can try to keep the site longer and keep customers happy. And even finding that, like, you know, it's working, but at the end of the day, it's like we're still sending out a lot of stuff faster. And then like, so it's like, it's we can't win no matter what, but we're trying. We're trying.
Never ending battle.
Yeah.
All right, here. And this is from Stelly, that actually I think lives up by you guys in New York there. He said, he asked, what was your childhood like? Like, he said, growing up in a Hispanic household, was bodybuilding accepted in your family?
Like my parents are like, when I started bodybuilding, they were supportive 100%. So my parents, you know, they pretty much very just supportive parents. They never gave me any, like, I've never had anything negative from them from doing the sport. How was my childhood like growing up with, they ate a lot of food, they cooked a lot of food.
Yeah.
So what happened, I just happened to be like a genetic freak where it came to like, I always ate a lot.
Yeah.
And I, you know, like I always ate all that food and all the Dominican stuff. And my brother was overweight, my father was overweight, my mom wasn't. I just thought, like, you know, I didn't know the concept until I got older, that, you know, about the calories this and calories that, and how, you know, I was always cut up and always in shape. But I was also an athlete. I played handball all day long in the park. So, you know, so I think those are things like stuff like that, you know, that reason why, you know, I burned more, because I was always always very active.
Yeah. The Sunday breakfast or brunch you guys have still today are incredible. The ones you post.
I love it.
Is that your mom that cooks that, or Karen, or both?
Actually, all three. When Karen does the French toast, my mom and my dad do the mangou, the eggs, the fried cheese.
Yeah. That's incredible. And you guys do that every Sunday, right? Pretty much.
Sunday, yeah. My mom's gone for a little bit, so we didn't do that, but she does that every Sunday. Yeah. I saw she just got back in your story. Your mom does look amazing, by the way. Like you said, it could be my sister. Like she looks like that young. Yeah. Thank you.
But cool, man. That's it. That's all. I know. Like I said, I wanted to kind of run through them quick because I know you are super busy and you got a million things going on. So That is it. Anybody that is watching, make sure you guys are following Juan. Make sure you guys are following MyCookieDealer. Grab some cookies if you have never tried them. They are the best on the planet. That's why they sell out of thousands and thousands of cookies every time she releases. I mean, that's all I got for you, man. I appreciate you guys.
I want to say thank you, for being so supportive since day one.
Yeah.
You know, that's awesome. I mean, you said you've been, you know, watching from the very beginning, and just a little recap is this was never an intention to start a business. It was always just me posting my cheat meals. Like she started, you know, making those cookies for me.
Yeah.
And everybody went crazy over them. And that's just, you know, we made the company based upon people asking us to sell the product. So it was kind of crazy. Like it wasn't something like she's like, hey, let me bake this. And, you know, like now there's a lot of people trying to do what we do and stuff like that, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing the business. I don't really care. Yeah, it's just crazy to watch how it all started, you know, just her baking these cookies for me and just me posting and sharing it with the world. And now to it being, you know, a company that's worldwide and everybody loves, you know. Now I'm sharing my cheats with everybody.
Yeah, and it's right. I mean, a lot of people don't know my story with you guys, and that's when I said I was kind of from the beginning. I mean, I'm sure there's been some other IFBB pros you guys were giving them to or that tried them before me, but there was no website. There was no. She wasn't really selling them at all. And Jeff Long obviously had gotten some, and that's where he's the one that told me about them. And I had just reached out to her without, and she didn't know me one bit. And I reached out to her and just said, I'd love to buy some of your cookies. And I was using them, same thing for a post show. I was getting ready to compete. And I said, I wanted to buy some. Can you make me some and send them to me? And she took care of them and literally got them to me the day of my show. So I was able to smash some cookies literally that night after my show. So, and then for me to sit on the outside and watch what you guys have done in such a short time, for me personally, you guys are I don't know anybody personally that where I've seen a business blow up and grow and expand and scale to the levels that you guys have done. And so for me, knowing you guys and being able to watch it, like you said, start from really you eating the cookies and her making them from you to what you guys have done today. You guys have been on the Today or Good Morning America, like different national TV shows, New York Times. You got the pop-up store now there. It's like to watch what you guys have done is literally incredible. It's kind of like watching the American dream still happen, you know what I mean, which you don't see all the time anymore. So props to you guys and congratulations on all the success. It's insane to watch. It's awesome.
Thank you. I mean, we had a lot of great support from a lot of great people, including yourself. I mean, we are so honored, and we never forget, you know, everybody who's been very supportive, including just everybody who buys from us. I mean, the support is unreal. I know like the cookies are amazing because Karen does an amazing job, but I mean, we so appreciate everybody. And it's crazy, just a little thing that maybe a lot of people don't know. The first pro to have the cookies that mailed to was Flex Lewis.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, we before we started mailing, we was like, we need to see how they get to pro, because we didn't know anything about shipping cookies, you know. That's the thing was, how do we ship, you know, like when we thought about selling them, like if we're gonna sell them online, like how do we ship cookies? Like, is it possible to ship cookies? So we had to see, and we prepped them all up, mailed it to him, and then we were like, how did it get there? Are they good? You know, what happened? You know, it's like, it was pretty cool, you know. So how we figured that out and stuff like that, how Karen figured that out. Let's rephrase that.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. All right, man.
We route in New York, so you know, we I don't know if you know about the delivery. So not only do we deliver worldwide, but me and Karen personally make the routes for thousands of New Yorkers every week that we personally, like, you know, we have a program and we make the routes for everybody so we can deliver. We have 7 drivers, and we personally deliver to, you know, New York.
Yeah. I've seen you've delivered them yourself a few times too, right?
Yeah, there's been times where we were short staffed, and you know, even though we have 50 employees, it's like sometimes they're doing other jobs, and if that one of the drivers don't show up, that's why now we have 7 drivers just in case. Yeah. But at one time we had only 3, And if one called out, we needed to get 300 packages out. Like, what are we going to do? So it's like, you know, like each driver had a certain route. And it was like, all right, they handling these many packages. And believe it or not, that takes it all day. That's 8, 12-hour routes.
I can imagine.
So it's like, you're like, all right, let's, you know, me and Karen will wake up 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, head to the office, pack our vehicle and get ready. So we're, you know, we're the type that, you know, we grind, we put in work, you know, we don't sit back and watch, you know, we're every day. So
yeah, I know you guys are working super hard. So all right, man, that's good. Continued success, and I'll be talking to you guys. Tell Karen hi, Isabella hi, and thank you again, man, for coming on. I know people enjoy this and enjoy hearing the answers to those questions as well.
Awesome. Now it's a party.
All right, brother. I'll see you, man.